All right, you all. What's up, you all? Here we go. Now I have the category. We changed the category to Sonic Great Event Ending. And on commentary, we have me. I'm commentating this because, hey, I have a leaderboard time in this game. Okay. I used to be not so stank at this game. So I'll be commentating this. I know the category. I ran the category. So this is it, you all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We're going to go out with a bang with Sonic Mania. Rafalmir is going to be giving us that good old great ending. Not that bad ending. We're going to go great ending. All right. So I'm going to give him a countdown and then we're going to get it started. All right. We ready for it? Are we hype? I want to see a spam of any hype emote you have, any Sonic emote, fast emote, whatever you got. All right, we're going to give them the countdown while you all are overheating my browser, and let's get her done here. All right, we are doing Sonic only, and here we go. Here's the no soft locks. All right, let's go. So we are playing Sonic Mania. If you haven't played this game yet, what is wrong with you? Let's get to it. So again, typically in this game, we're going to have 2 acts in every zone. One is kind of an homage for our previously seen levels in other games, kind of a rehash of an original level, and then of course a twist. Of course, that twist right now is got speed shoes going here. And of course, the best thing about this game is that drop dash. Dude, the drop dash is so simple. Where has it been all our lives? Again, drop dash simply done by jumping in the air and pressing another button before you land at a certain point, or pressing and releasing the same button to get a very, very quick spin dash as you land. Of course, using that invincibility to take care of this very, very simplistic boss. And just like that, we got to go fast. We're done with Act 1. It's just that simple. Just that simple here. Alright, heading over to Act 2, and of course, as I said, it's like a twist in the Act 2s of our old school type levels. In our Green Hill Zone, of course, we're going to get that speed shoes because we got to go fast. We got to go fast here. So you're going to see a lot of movement here. Optimally going to use a fire shield and hopefully go to the upper path, as you're going to see here. Getting another pair of speed shoes because, again, Sonic. You know, it's like Sonic CD here. We're just going to get speed shoes every 5 seconds. Legit, right? Alright, and of course, speaking of things in the past here we go. An old friend back from Sonic 2, making a debut in Sonic Mania. Again, legs don't have hitboxes. So remember, in life, if someone ever hits you in your legs, don't worry. Your legs have no hitboxes. Alrighty, so Act 2 is done, and we're already done with the first zone. We're done the first zone of the game. Just that simple. Alright, and of course, so we are playing Mania Plus. Remember when Mania came out and all that crazy 2-frame window for cutscene skips? Yep. Devs got rid of that mess. So we can simply just mash and skip the cutscene transition. Heading in to Chemical Plant 1, where we are really going fast here. Oh, I love that off-screen strap, man. It's so fast. Again, one thing about Sonic Mania is that you can jump down slopes to really gain some serious momentum here. It's going to take the upper path here. We all remember this awful zone. We all remember that from Act 1. Getting stuck in that purple water, having to climb those blocks. Nah, we ain't got time for that. So, of course, nice little traverse into this level as we go to our Act 1 boss here. Again, pretty straightforward boss. You're going to get one hit on the fall. Get a couple hits in your iframes, get the last 3, grab a ring, make sure you don't body yourself, and apparently disappear from the screen for a split second. And life is good. Okay, starting the level on the rightmost edge of the level here. We're going to try to spin dash as soon as possible. Ain't nobody got time for Lakitu. Catch up, bruh. This is Sonic, not Mario anymore. Alright, so again, very good level. Again, you see a lot of mechanics here. You see this blue goo we can bounce off of. And of course, we're going to use this to go upwards. Again, this level does provide a lot of path options here. Usually they end up in the same place. And of course, a lot of things are kind of cycle based here. So we're going to spin dash, or drop dash, should I say, and follow a set path. Again, we aren't getting any emeralds in this run. This is the bad ending, so you don't have to worry about any of that crazy special stage shenanigans side to side dash. It gets bodied by a good old blue ball friend there. Again, hitting that goo, that little plunger there to make that green active so we get a much more higher height. And of course, again, using the same thing. Of course, this is a patched version, so we can't use that same skip we remember back in the day. Which honestly makes some categories maybe less interesting, like Knuckles Unpatched. A category I hope that people run, man. I'm going to try to run it myself, man. But again, some of those exploits are still in here, maybe a little bit harder, but they still exist. So we're going to use our drop dash here again. It's just a fantastic technique that makes this run so much faster. You know, any simple jump you do, you can immediately have, you know, spin dash speed on landing. So we're going to go under that emerald. Special stage there, we're not worried about that mess. As we get ready for, of course, everybody's favorite part of this game that blew your mind the first time you saw it. That's right, we get to play Price is Right. I wish. But we will do a little Puyo action here. Of course, you know how this works. If you don't, then go read a wiki or something about it. So the ultimate strat here is to set up 3 columns of colors with one opposite color to kind of be there. Or, of course, you know, build some chains up. The more chains we build, the more extra pieces we can have on Robotnik's side. And, of course, whoever loses first loses. Duh. Opposite player wins. So he's building us a nice little connection of rares there. We're just trying to find a way to trigger it there. And let's see what we got going on here. Robotnik's going to drop a piece there. Looks like he wants to. Uh-oh, I don't think he really wanted that one. That's not what he wanted there. So he's going to kind of clean up here. Kind of bad luck it fell like that. We're going to get one chain here. He really wants to get that green one taken care of now. And there it is. There's the 1 and the 2 and the 3. That's going to fill Robotnik's screen pretty significantly there. Still got a little bit of work to go. Robotnik kind of foiled his plans there for the early kill. I usually try to listen to the music here. You know, 2 loops of the music is kind of where you're going to be done by, if not earlier. And Robotnik is tot. So he has fallen down the screen, but of course, you know, we're going to see him a little bit later, of course. Mind blowing, I'm telling you when you first saw it. Alrighty, so again, we are done with our second zone. Chemical Plant is a history. And now our first unique zone of Mania, good old Studiopolis. Again, it's a Sonic speed run, so what do you think we're getting the first 10 seconds? Duh, speed shoes, of course. Of course, because of a little different route, we're going to go this way now. Remember back when I used to get the lightning shield and go over. Again, just make sure that you don't bonk your head there or anything. Of course, guess what? More speed shoes. Who didn't see that one coming? No time for race camera action right now. We're too busy trying to go fast to make our way to everyone's favorite boss in this game. Well, I'm not going to say a favorite, but not exactly a fun boss to have in a speed run. No one likes a boss that is RNG dependent. So we're going to keep this lightning shield. The goal is to keep this lightning shield throughout the entire Act 1 and Act 2 to use it on the Act 2 boss to minimize the RNG there. Going to be a little cautious here on these enemies so we don't lose that shield. So of course, our boss is coming up here. And of course, part of this boss that's a little RNG is how to hit him. So Robotnik's going to launch 3 missiles here. Bottom being the lowest, the least desirable option. The missiles are shot in the order from top to bottom as they launch. And of course, usually sometimes a fast 1 is the same as a slow 2. No, I said the wrong way. Slow 1, fast 2. Because you have these little transitions in between some of them. So in some cases, having the transition of the, say, the first missile is the second one on the second phase here. Again, 4 hits to body him. And of course, this is not desirable RNG here. Having to do with 3 and a 3 on the first 2 phases. Fortunately, it doesn't get much worse than that. Yawn. Let's see if the third one, we get out these 3s here. We don't want a palindrome on 3s here. Alright, so we got a 3-3-2. So that's the second worst possible so far. Again, simply roll into the missile. It'll hit him. And we go to our last transition. Let's see if we can at least get a 1. 3-3-2-1, so it's not so bad. Again, being very cautious to not lose our lightning shield. We want to keep that. All right, 3-3-2-2. So overall, kind of the not so best pattern. No ones in the mix, but hey, we'll get some good luck somewhere else, right? So our auto scroller boss is done with, and we are done with Studiopolis 1. You know, I used to say, we were mentioning during this event, any Sonic zone name that ends with Opolis is usually something wrong with it. I think this might be the exception. You know, this is some good stuff, some good music. The levels aren't like silly, you know? Not too bad, I don't think. This little jerk enemy here, don't worry about him. So here we go. So we're gonna go up here, and again, we're not gonna do any fancy moonwalking from the unpatched version. At least not right now, anyway. So, okay, RNG bosses. Okay, yep, I eat my words. Yep, this level stinks too. RNG bosses. So, of course, if you all familiar with the unpatched version of this game, there was a little exploit on the path switcher where you could kind of just press the opposite direction as you landed, and you could just, who cares about the level, just go right through it and just land on a bumper to restore collision back in the game. But since this is Mania Plus, we don't have that luxury anymore. So we get to see a little bit more of the lights, camera, action, the Hollywood-like atmosphere of this level. You know, a little secret in there. Alright, so we're not too far away from the boss again. Maintain that lightning shield. The upcoming boss is RNG as far as what kind of attacks, but we can negate that by having this on most of the attacks, as well as end the level much sooner. So we're going to use right here and lightning shield up to get very quick hits. Wind is probably the least desired option. If you're not fast enough, the wind might be a problem. Of course, he's going to jump up to end this act as soon as possible. And we are done. Alrighty, so Rafalmir is done with Studiopolis, and of course, now we go to an old friend. We saw this level a little earlier when Zaxxon was doing S3NK, and now it's back in 16.9 edition here in Sonic Mania. So again, very, very similar placements. You know, we still have a fire shield that's kind of low. You know, the 1-up is still kind of tucked away there. Of course, outside section, a little scary. But again, using fire dashes to quickly get back up into the ship level. Little jump here. Now, of course, just like kind of in the original game, it is imperative in this category especially that we do not fall down. We don't want to lose our lightning shield. Losing your lightning shield in the earlier part of this level results in having to go a very, very long route in this level. A route that no one would ever want to do. But be careful. We got the magnets, the newly added item here. We're going to go onto those. Gotta be careful to get crushed. Again, those are cycle based. So we're going to use our lightning shield to take the upper path right there. And now life is good. Not to mention having the lightning shield again. Lightning shield is pretty op in these levels right here. You want to have this lightning shield for our upcoming Act 1 boss as well, so we don't have to wait too long to begin to damage it. If you happen to have gotten hit there was one backup lightning shield anyway. And here we go. So we're going to take the fall down here. And again, this is the part where lightning shield is your friend. And normally they want you to bounce off the enemy. If for some reason you just completely garbage this game, which is most of us anyway, as the trash compactor compiles, the trash gets higher and higher, making it easy to just simply jump up and hit it. But we ain't got to worry about that, because we're going to head over to Act 2. And let's go. Again, a little remix of our track here, and I'm going to say one of my tracks there. Trying to get a little bad jump there, but behold the power of the drop dash. The good thing is, even though this game seems to move really quickly, it's a pretty chunky run, you know. We don't have, you know, an unbelievable number of zips like, say, in S3NK or something like that. So we have to do a lot of traversing of levels here. You know, a lot of that stuff got negated in, you know, in the patching versions. So usually if you got a version that was lower than, you know, say the PC release, that's when all the exploits kind of got cut out. but hey, if you're like me and still have a version of it, it's pretty cool. As you see, he managed to go underneath that platform there, maintain that lightning shield. Again, a little time advantage. Just very simple things, just like jumping up and you'll see him hitting the checkpoint or jumping over it versus having to wait for this little launcher. Now, a little scary out here. You gotta be careful. You can bonk yourself, and there is no ground below you. Well, it's below you somewhere, but it's nowhere near you. You know, enough to kill you. What control am I using? I'm using none because I'm not playing. Rafalmir is playing over there on the left side of the layout here. Oh man, what a swag entry there. I'm just simply commenting this run as we move over to everyone's favorite boss, Eggette. So the thing about this boss is you can only damage this boss by knocking it into the spikes. And we'll do so by using this. Hope we can get 3 hits here optimally. And the rest of them we'll try to get them by, hopefully we can knock them out right here. Hitbox a little wonky, make sure you time it correctly, and that would be it. The double triple. Yes, I'm not using dance pad right now. I'm using the power of my mind. Alrighty, man. So fantastic fight there, just about perfect as you can do that one. 3 and 3. So that is it for Flying Battery, and we move over to our second unique level of Mania. Good old Press Garden. Again, I can't stress it enough. If you really haven't heard this game outside of all the sound effects and heard, go to YouTube and listen to the OST, man. I've always said the soundtrack of this game alone is worth the cost of it. You know, and this music is no exception. Put it on your phones, listen to it, jam to it. Just listen to that jam, man. Okay, enough listening to it because I'm talking over it. So again, using that drop dash here, miss that cycle. Again, those blocks are kind of cycle based. You want to kind of make that cycle. So we can go upwards here to grab our rotating little device there. Again, taking advantage of all this. There's a lot of rolling about this game. I really like this though because it makes you feel like you still go fast in Sonic. You know, one thing about Mania is that, you know, a lot of times in some other Sonics, as you go to higher and higher stages, it feels like your ability to go fast begins to get minimized. But there's a lot of long rolling sections, a lot of things like this that kind of make you speed up and still kind of gives you that gotta go fast feeling of Sonic. And you'll see that especially as we get towards the Act 1 boss of this level. So again, we already know where we're going here. Just going to jump over here to skip having to worry about going down and doing a figure 8 pattern. Using those conveyor belts to get enough momentum to hit that switch. Alright, so you're going to see him do it one more time, jumping off here. Again, kind of following the path here. Down is your friend. And here we go, holding down there, we'll go to our Act 1 boss here. So the Act 1 boss, you can't really do much until these crates are clear. Now you can be bold and jump above. You know, split right in between them. Try to hit him in the iframes. So we need 6 hits here. And life is easy. Alrighty, so that wretched boss is dead. We're definitely making quick work of it. And we are going to head over to Act 2. Again, you can hold the start button to skip the score tally. Cool, by the way, in case you're curious, you see that cool bonus? That's obviously something new. And if I recall correctly, every time you take damage, you lose 1,000 points off your cool bonus. So I think I'm remembering that correctly. I'm sure somebody can correct me. You know, it's getting kind of late. I'm kind of old. So the better you play, the more your cool bonus is. By the way, we get the nice little music. So again, we're going to take this middle path. Excuse me, this middle path here. I'm going to get iced over here, and Monka. So we definitely want to go back and respawn that ice creature because that's what gives us the speed to actually break the blocks in this section. Looks like he's not going to get it, so not exactly the path we wanted here normally. So he's got to go a different route here because we don't have ourselves frozen to kind of go the faster route. Now we have it. Again, we get to see that fantastic spray. We don't see this route too often. As you can see how the springs come into play to kind of get you moving on the ice here. Hey, Dirknat, what's up? How you doing? So we're going to use these little wooden stakes here to climb upwards to the level here. I'm tired of that level. That 1-up is not worth it. I mean, come on, now, he's got 13 lives. So unfortunately, you know, if you have Fire Shield, you can destroy these very, very quickly. But we're just about where we need to be at our boss of this level here. So Rafalmir is going to try to hit this boss, get 2 hits in as quick as possible. Watch out for those starfish that need to go back to Metropolis Zone, apparently, for Sonic 2. I always find it interesting how this boss, even if you're a Super Sonic or invincible, he can still ice you. What kind of mess is that? If I'm invincible, I should take no damage. But, hey, what do I know about game programming? I just play them. Now, if you're ready, find that special someone. Hold them close to you. Invite them over. Turn off the lights. Bake a cake. Get ready. Okay. Because it's time to play Parcheesi. Yay, Parcheesi! Parcheesi as we start the Speedway Act 1 here. Tribute to Sonic CD here. Again, soundtrack. I'm so glad they chose this version for the Act 1 version right here. Again, I already know these good old shooters. You know, Sonic CD is known for its fantastic level design, right? Gotta love Sonic City. You take one path and you just bounce around like you just lost your mind all over the zone. And of course, ooh, a lot fast there. So again, changing the paths here. Gotta be careful down here. There are some nasty enemies down here. We don't want to go down there and deal with them. Of course, he stays away from them, no problem. Jumping off that, man, that was a nice entry in there. As we get to a boss. So we're going to go kill a giant light bulb here. Yeah, so again, another enemy that you see towards the very last act of Sonic CD. His boss is a little bit better to deal with here, so I'm just going to take the damage here. Doesn't matter, the enemy's in his iframes anyway. And that takes care of Act 1, 117.91. Now, of course, you know, if we're going to have a tribute to Sonic CD, we have to have a time change, don't we? But that's been edited for broadcast. Sorry, this is Sonic Mania Plus. We ain't got time for that. So this level goes fast. Optimally, we can get to the boss around 28, 27. It goes very, very fast. So hold on. This is a level that people used to grind to death in ILs and probably still do. Ooh, a little bit off on the launch shot there. Those little green apple looking things are annoying. Alright, gonna take this path here and go to the upper path, and here comes that jump. Are we gonna make that jump here? Let's see what happens. Oh, whoa, 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 a little monka there. Yeah, he makes that jump right there. That jump is a little scary there because if you jump it too late, you're gonna go right into the pit like a fool. Alright, so guess who's back? Good old Metal Sonic. Because he wants his revenge. So, in true Stardust Speedway tradition, we have to race this knucklehead. Well, not necessarily a race this time. We just gotta stay alive. You know, there's no giant laser chasing you this time. But the quicker we can get through this, the more better. Alright, so again, this particular area, slightly modified for Mania Plus. We do have our fight from an enemy we just saw a few hours ago here. We got Silver Sonic back from Sonic 2 Game Gear / SMS. So he can do two things. Either he can stab you with his pointing Spear of Doom, or he can spin dash at you, which is desired. A one-tap spin dash will easily hit Metal Sonic 4 hits and he's out of here. Now, the second phase of this is what has been changed dramatically. A very, very short route to now a newly human growth hormone enhanced version of Metal Sonic. Oh my, bright light hurts when it's late. So with good positioning, we can hit this boss very, very quickly. Not even a threat to him. Again, not worried about any damage. You gotta be careful though, because if you get hit backwards, you're dead. So I'm sure people would much more desire that fight. You know, previously you used to chase Metal Sonic on the flat ground and deal with him bouncing around like a pinball or rubber ball, whatever, but no longer in Plus. Alrighty, as we go back to some more retro levels, let's go to Waterville. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Waterville. Let you all argue on whether it's Hydrocity or Hydro City. Yeah, we're gonna be arguing about that to the end of time. So as you go to Water City, we're gonna take this upper route here to get through here again. Good old for me again, kind of a recollection of the original game. Except we have these little handles we're gonna pull down. These open up paths that allow us to traverse through this level. And again, one thing that we can actually do here is in this game, we can actually jump through the ramps, as you can see right there. Again, something that you could do in the original game, you know, because that's how Sonic programming works. Oh my gosh, they into hydrosity. Oh my gosh, actually trying to spell it. All right, so again, we're gonna keep rolling over here. We're gonna take this right path over here. One thing about this is it's kind of based on global timers here, so we don't want to. If we're going to go for speed here, we'll make sure we're on the optimal timer there. Otherwise, we have to wait for those. Don't be scared. We all right. Rafalmir is a trained professional. So we're going to see him clip to the ground again one more time here. Save the frames, and we're going to make our way to our Act 1 mid-boss. Or not mid-boss, but our Act 1 boss. This thing is just so great. I think this is dude, T did a fantastic job. I just love that thing so much, man. I'm putting that up there with the Knuckles theme, I'm telling you. Alright, so a nice little escape sequence. You don't want to get drowned or crushed as we move over to our next boss here, our role reversal. Yep. So apparently they all been given the opposite job assignments. This time one must evade and another one must suck him up and apparently grind him into the gear. Sounds a little violent and painful. Now ultimately you want to kind of do this guy towards the right side that way, because when this ends you have to go all the way to the right side of the screen to end the act. And of course the goal is you can drop little missiles on him to destroy any of those little red explosions. And of course, 4 hits and we're done with it. Alright, little drop dash. Who needs a drop dash? We'll just casually walk over there. It's alright. Alright, 9,000 cool points. Now, you all know how much we love Waterville's Zone 2. By the way, when did we change from calling each individual stage acts versus zones? You know, it used to be like Green Hill Zone Act 1. Now it's like flip. When did we do that? Who made that decision? I'm telling you, man. I need to go back because I'm not too aware when it changed, but that was a little confusing to me. Here we go, man. By the way, I tell you, man, that 60 frame per second Sonic twirling in the air. Oh, it's so good. I know. Look at that doggone new map. All right, don't hit the spikes. Nice. Again, by the way, for those who are unfamiliar with this game, there is no insta shield. Even though there's an option to cycle between, say, in a non-save file, you can have either one or the other. You can have the insta shield from Sonic 3. You can have drop dash, spin dash, etc. But you can't have them all together. We don't have enough buttons for that, probably. By the way, one of my favorite parts here, watch the speed here. Oh boy, it's just something sassy when Sonic is running so fast, he's off screen. It's just so amazing visually. So we're gonna take the top half here and use this bubble shield here. Again, you're gonna see him clip through these blue slides just like we did in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or specifically Sonic 3. So jump through and a little boing. See, there you go. Look at that little swag, little bounce, little dribble. I know only 3, but I know where's my L and R. So we're gonna bounce down and we're gonna get ready to our auto scroller boss. Now, because we're playing Sonic alone here, we don't have much as far as speed increasement stress as we do in some of the other categories of Mania, especially ones involving, say, Sonic and Tails. We can get multiple hits and whatnot. So the whole purpose here is to hit these little mines, let them go back and bop Robotnik in the facial. Of course, we have bubble shield, so with no threat of air loss. That's where you see the bubbles appear after the bomb hits Robotnik. So it's not interesting how we kind of flip-flop how Sonic 3 does it, where we have the Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 Act 2 boss as the Act 1 boss, and here, after we complete this this preliminary boss, we're going to have the Act 1 boss from Sonic 3 as our Act 2 boss here in Hydro. So again, using the power of the dribble, and look at there, it likes that nice shield, right? So again, after this, we're just gonna bounce up, and hey, I like these bounce strats. A lot of times you'll see people just kind of, spin dashing up the wall and just going with the bounce, but I like that dribble strat. Shout out to 10,000 cool points. So of course, Mania Plus did add cutscenes that did not exist in the vanilla Sonic Mania, so we gotta have a little. I'm not sure how that water is connected to where we are right now, but I'm not going to question Sega logic. Alrighty. So while we are in Sky Chase, oh my bad, Mirage Saloon 1, an act that actually is different depending on you play as Knuckles. You don't have to do this mess. But Big John, if we have any donations, now would be a good time to read them. Well, Big John, I have an anonymous $5 donation that says no message. And Marie with the $1.66. Remember, y'all, we can still unlock that next donation goal with a whopping $3,768.34 away. Hopefully before the run is over. Back to you, Big John. Thanks, Big John. Alrighty. Remember, yeah, if you just want to drop a couple of $1 donations just to give me something to do, because Rafalmir has nothing to do here for the next couple of minutes until we get to our Act 1 boss here, or at least we got a little input later, but for now we're just kind of chilling. Alrighty, so again, you can't be careful, man. You can't. I know everybody doing this Sky Chase. Just see if I can spin dash, and you can't spin dash off this plane just because you're just bored. You just want to see if it does it, and then you never do it again. So again, as he hopefully doesn't get a cramp from holding down on his controller here. All right, watch out, you all. Just like Sky Chase, here it comes. The diagonal southwest movement. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Except this time we have Choo Choo Train. And as I learned the hard way, if you jump off this at the wrong time, you actually soften yourself and get stuck in the air. Joy. Alright, so a little off there. So a nice little short train section here because this is totally Triple Trouble we're playing right now, right? Without that swag music. So bang bang, and we're gonna move over to our Mirage Saloon Act 1 boss. So again, we bring up Mania is fantastic at bringing up bosses from the past, and of course now we have a Sonic Chaos boss. Hey, a game I played today during the bonus segment for those who missed it today. Except this time you cannot manipulate his HP count. He does have 6 hits. Desired is a 3 back and forth, and then hopefully you can pick up maybe 2 of those back to back and really quick to fight. But it gets a cross screen, gets 1 to front, 1 to back, and there you go. What is that sign floating on? Inquiring minds want to know. Too bad you won't know because we got cutscene skip buttons. So into Mirage Saloon 2, which unfortunately, as good as the music is, we don't spend too much time in it because we'll probably beat the boss around 50 seconds, if not a little bit faster. So again, this level, kind of has a little taste of Casino Opus. We got a little flipper action here. Now obviously seltzer water, which you always see inside of casino. I don't know. Seltzer water, guns, flippers. I'm not sure one place that has all those things in there. But we got a little piano action here. Be careful not to get stuck on the churros here. as we have an upcoming boss fight in just a few. Looks like he's going to be on point here, maybe about 48-ish. Yep, 49 entry. So, well, we got some donations. I'll read them in a second. But first, we have this boss fight. And this boss fight can be a jerk, especially when you're not supersonic. You want to try your best to get 2 hits per phase. So we have 3 possible creatures here. You know, we've got a guy from one of the other Sonic games here. Double cycles are desired. This guy throws the bombs. You'll probably get 1 here. So obviously, you kind of want to land right where they are when you knock them back, so you can get a hit as soon as they land, plus 1 hit before they change it to the next phase. This will be a double. Yeah, easy double right there. No, thank you all for dropping the subs. I see y'all. Want to try to focus on the game here. Oh boy. By the way, these things have dumb hitboxes. The hitboxes may as well be twice as big as the character you see. I'm just saying. Alright, Dan got a thunder with $20, says riveting auto-scrolling, a staple of all great speedruns. Ain't they do? Ain't they? It's like the rest break. And minutes 45 for $50 with no message. Thank you as well, both of you all, for combined $70 of support for Child's Play, taking us over $6,300. Well, the frame went up for them. I'm not sure about the exact frame count, but I know you can hit him before he begins to go back into his phase, before he goes back into his little outfit. I'm not sure the exact frame count, but you need to go fast. If you wait too long on the first hit, you can't possibly get it because he's already moving back up to it. But Menace, thank you as well. Menace dropped the sub and the support for the call. That's what I'm talking about. $10 from Zenosuke. I'm sorry I missed most of the event. Had to work. Hope this makes up for it. GG on the marathon, John and runners. Hey, don't thank me. Thank all the countless number of people who have been playing over 30 hours across 2 days, raising money for the charity. Without them, without you all being generous, we wouldn't have this. So, All Ocean, no riding the bottom path like you do in Sonic 2. But we have this boss here. We can get about 4 hits before he starts to the other side. 1 more before he bops us, and no problem there. Not even an attack from the enemy. All right, and we got a $35 anonymous donation coming in that says, need some more 6s. Well, there we go. Hey, we're just $320 away from the sextuple 6. Hextuple? Yeah. So All Ocean Zone 2 has been now merged with evil name Sandopolis, with the gimmick of, instead of there being ghosts chasing you, now we just can't see nothing. And of course, in this case, when you're very bad off, you begin to lose rings. Your rings slowly deplete 1 per second. That being the gimmick of this level. But of course, with Fire Shield, who's even stressed about it? So who needs low visibility? Now, of course, this particular stage has a gimmick where you can actually go into submarines, but we don't want to go on those. Those are just pointless waste of time here. So part of this level, especially in ILs, is taking advantage of the speed shoes to get as far as you can, not falling into the those submarines. You can't really make them out because of how red the screen is right now, but they're there. And of course, the most vital thing, probably, especially for a casual player, is don't lose your Fire Shield. This boss casualty is not a joy, especially if you are shieldless, and especially, I was about to say especially if you're playing the unpatched version, where for some reason, if you're staying on that platform, you can just get zipped into the oil and rip. So Rafalmir is going to show you how to play like a professional here. Get a lot of hits early. Again, 8 total hits on the creature, whatever it is. This is our guy from Sonic 2's got a little upgrade on his effect here. So the biggest thing is when you get here, you gotta watch out for these little projectiles coming from the side. This needs 3 hits, and please get 1 more and avoid any of the projectiles, and we're good. Very easy when you're shieldless to get the last hit. Oh, this has happened to me before. So you actually killed the boss, but for some reason, the next mid-cycle continues. So as soon as this is over, I believe it's going to explode again for some reason. Yeah. And it'll just fall down. And well, yeah. Isn't that fun? What is even happening in this game? Maybe we need Sonic Mania Plus Plus. Maybe we can fix that one too, eh? So Robotnik sneaking in a non-hitter there. Robotnik's over there using doggone Pro Action replay codes here. Hey, remember that was relevant? Now we can just like hack the registry instead. So just put all the games on PC. Nevertheless, we're gonna head over from Oil Ocean and roll it back to Lava Reef. So Lava Reef Act 1 is very, very similar to Act 1 in Sonic and Nuclesia. So almost like a carbon copy. Again, a few path derivatives here. You know, we still have this same strange little mid-boss thing, except there's an invincibility over there. The same kind of dash over to hit the button. A little swag, a little change in the path there, but again, pretty much straightforward. You know, Fire Shield obviously being ability to get some quick speed. Again, you can't drop dash while you have an elemental shield. So you want to take advantage of your Fire Shield as much as possible because that is your instant speed, aside from things like that spring. So once you hit that hidden spring, and we're going to take the upper path because, you know what? It's a speed run. What does that mean? Excessive speed shoes. Gotta have them. So of course, losing the Fire Shield there, not really the end of the world, except this part goes a lot slower because we can't just dash up to instantly have max speed. Just need to watch out for this part right here. We don't have a shield. And easy jump there. That part right there, they kind of want you to go down and kind of make a crisscross down, diagonally downwards, and then work your way back upwards. But we ain't got to worry about that mess. It's a Fire Shield opportunity here if he wants one back, but ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, so coming up is a boss. You know, there's that Fire Shield, a little safety. Hey, unlike the vanilla, there's no button there this time. So the way this boss works is you have it drill, and it's, you know, it's kind of like Sonic CD bosses. Some of these bosses are just dumb; they kind of kill themselves. So whoever's operating this device ain't exactly the smartest. So we're gonna get some hits in here, and of course keep on, and we can finish in this one cycle. The boss looks mad. Alright, so we're going to lose the rings because obviously we're trying to save frames on ring bonuses, which doesn't really matter because our time bonus and cool bonus are higher than that anyway. Besides, we can just skip it. So, ain't nobody got time for the cutscene transition. If you want to see the transition, then you go buy the game. I'm sure it's cheap these days. Alright, so let's go. So, unlike the original game, we have to kind of make a little U-turn to take the upper path here. So on SNK, we could kind of go this upper path earlier, but this one we kind of have to make that little turn there. If you're playing as Tail with Tails, you know, free. So again, taking advantage of our Fire Shield to optimize the movement throughout this area. So it's kind of straightforward, just kind of follow the path. I know some people get lost in Sonics, but I mean, come on now. It's either you go that way or you go this way. How y'all get lost in Sonic games? I know. I'm telling you, the golden rule of Sonic, just stay on the top route. Stay on the top route and go right as far as you can unless the game forces you to go left. Do that, you'll be a professional speed. Okay, you won't do bad or as bad. Okay, forget everything I just said because the player's going to take the bottom route right now. Okay, just so ignore me. It's okay, he has a Fire Shield. Okay. So we're gonna go up here and just kind of follow a path here to the left, and again having that Fire Shield, obviously, you know, Lava Reef, you want to have an optimal shield. So as he begins to kind of traverse this level, we do have a boss fight coming up that I don't know, this boss fight isn't really hard. He's more annoying than anything else. If he does this well, we can get very, very quick hits in. So the boss is going to approach from the left side, and he's going to try to get a dash in to avoid the swings here. But first, we have to have this dramatic transition to space. So 2 and 3, 4, 5. Nice little dash away. Oh no. 6. Uh oh, no shield. All right, so now we're gonna have fun. Might get a yay. We're gonna get a yay. We're gonna get any yays. He gets a drop dash. See how amazing that doggone drop dash is to catch up to somebody's running away from you? Easy. All right, so that is it for the. I know, man. Yay! I know. Don't worry. I'm sure there's a sound effect track for this game on YouTube. Getting close to the nitty gritty of this game here. Things are starting to get real here as we go to another good old Metallic Madness here. Back from Sonic Compact Disc here again. Taking advantage of the upper path here. The bottom paths of this level are not fun. They are not fun. They're very slow. And of course, this level also has a gimmick where it can send you into the background areas of the level, which you'll probably see once in this particular act, I believe. Again, very easy to get bonked by one of these springs that knocks you just backwards, and you know how that gets. No fun. So as you can see, here's one of those parts where it kind of sends you in the back area. Little mini Sonic. All right, just perspective. All right, and spin dash the balls here. This is one thing they kind of had here, where it's very easy in the original game to just come in here and just spin dash and just get crushed. Now you saw him pause there because where Robotnik spawns is random. So when you have the far left and right, you know, if your perception isn't that good, your peripheral vision to actually recognize where he is and move over. So all you gotta really do is pause and look at one side. If you don't see him there, then he's on the other side, and vice versa. Really only an issue when he's on the far left and the far upper right ones. Now as you go to the second phase of the fight, every fourth piston is where Robotnik will be. Very, very easy. No brain power required. So he'll be on the left side again. Third hit will be right there on the right side, and one more will be on the right next door. So the 4 and 4 makes 8, and that is it for Metallic Madness Act Numero Uno. Alrighty. So again, new music, gotta love it, man. So Rafalmir heading into Act 2 here. Again, taking the upper path for the first little portion of it, then going to take the bottom path. Maybe a little bit later. Now, of course, now we have our gimmick from Act 2 of Metallic Madness. We have little babby Sonic. Ain't he cute? Just a mere few pixels tall here. Now he still has the same features. He can still drop dash and all this good, but dang, they so cute. Ain't he so cute? Again, taking the upper path here. Don't want to go to the bottom path. There are some gimmicks like the stacking spike blocks. We don't want to get stuck in one of those areas. And of course, this level is very, very, again, stay in that upper path. And he's going to take this very, very far upper path. Going to spin dash and hopefully not fall down here. Well, that's one way to stay above. So he's going to spin dash. Probably do a backwards turn here to avoid taking damage there. See, there we go. See, I told you I knew this game. Whatever way you're facing when you grab it, you fall backwards. So if you turn, kind of like Mega Man 1 strats. A lot of damage boosting is done by turning the opposite way so you fall forward, per se. Alright, now we have a mixture of a whole bunch of stuff here. We've got bosses from way too many games. It makes my brain hurt. So, of course, we got the Robotnik from Sonic 2. We've got stuff from we've got Amy, who we're just gonna basically bop her. Man, we're just tired of her behind. We got Robotnik dropping fire. So again, get rid of all the little mini Robotniks and Amy's, and eventually Big Boy Robo-Nick will come down and just bop him one time in the gear. And he just gets so mad. I'm scared. Again, another backwards turn around there so you fall towards the capsule, and suddenly we're done with Metallic Madness as well. Alrighty. It's time to bring it home, you all. With this being no Emeralds category, this will be our last zone or last act or whatever the Sonic franchise is calling a whole collection of levels now. So this level has a lot of things going for it. Again, a very, very, like, yo, stuff's about to get real type theme here. Taking the upper path here. Get us a 1-up there. Who needs that 1-up? So this level has a lot of hidden paths throughout it. You're gonna see Rafalmir take some of those things. Again, using the bumpers there, using the Robotnik car here. A level that can be sped up a little bit, especially with other characters. This level is very, very exploited in other categories. If you saw earlier, when this was played earlier in this event, you know, there's a lot of clipping, especially when you're playing in encore mode. You can do partner swaps and skip sections of the level, get to the boss very quickly. A boss that we all love and adore so much from our previous Sonic, but I won't spoil that for you for those who don't know. Using the lightning shield, we kind of bounce up. These things have pretty big hitbox. Those purple, like Spencer gift, like, hey, let me go touch it and watch where the sparks are on my fingers. You all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all are like 55 years old in here. So ultimately in this particular zone, we want to kind of see what we can do here. We're going to take this shortcut here. Using the lightning shield, we don't take any damage from this. Going this path without lightning shield is probably not wise. Now we're walking very slowly here because if we go too fast, you actually swing around the little pole. Like and all that good stuff. Not good. So at the top of here, let's see if he's going to go for the invincibility monitor. So what you want to do here is, because you really want to maintain your lightning shield for this boss, because this boss is a friend from the past, but he's been made very challenging on his second phase. But by getting here with invincibility, we don't have to worry about any losing of our shield. This should end right as we get rid of the 8th hit. And of course with lightning shield, we don't have to worry about the randomness of this one, where he can adjust gravity, either make it stronger or lighter. If he makes it stronger, you can't actually even jump up to hit him. But by combining that invincibility on the first phase and keeping the lightning shield, who cares about RNG? We own that RNG. Alrighty, and of course one final little skip as we move over to literally the last act of the game. The last act of the event right here, you all. So again, taking the upper path here, save a little time here. So the whole gimmick of this level is that there are 4 zones that we must clear. By doing all 4 of them, we can actually traverse towards the final boss fight of this act. And of course, part of this, every section has this purple like ooze or glow, where if you fall in, it kind of forces you back to an earlier part of that section. And of course, once you clear it successfully, it's closed off and you continue on forward. So you might see a glimpse of it here. Now, it's not too low enough to see it, but you'll probably see a glimpse of it. Ain't nobody got time to go to Nintendo routes. And you see, this is why you don't cheat in video games, okay? This is why you do not press buttons when playing video games. You see, try to be all swag-tastic. The Spike's cousin said, yo, I got him over here, man. Don't worry about it. He got past you, I got you, dog. And he sure got him. But don't worry. Unfortunately, because he did not actually, he got the checkpoint, so he doesn't have to start from the very beginning of the entire zone. So he's just going to start within this first of the 4 sections. Tell you, all these doggone spikes look like Mega Man 3 Game Boy. Haven't you learned your lesson yet? So again, one thing about that section is you can get crushed there. So if you're not rolling, yeah, smushy, smushy. So jumping up there to save time from getting flung around. Again, this game has a lot of bumpers. And you know, it's like they decided to take parts of Casinopolis and jam it into the final stage of a Sonic game. But yeah. So he's going to have to work his way backwards there. He wanted to go on the left way. He's going to jump out very early and just skip it. They want you to kind of ride the platform. You saw a little glance of the little purple ooze, the little fog down there. If he were to fall into that, he would have to kind of go back to the very beginning of the section. There's a little shortcut there. And he's getting some 1-up for his troubles. Saves you a little time from having to take the other route. Which it should be. It's a shortcut, duh. All right, so you're gonna see another little thing here, and of course that takes care of the second one. Of course, this path offers you a lightning shield. It's got 2 more left on the right side. And this one we go kind of fast on this one. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Again, taking advantage of those shields here. There's a special stage emerald ring way up high on the left side over there. But he's up through that little bouncy bounce. Again, a lot of bounce momentum. So again, having that light shield protects him from those electrical bolts, as if they were a threat anyway. So a little fast section here, going to jump off and just run the wall. And look at that. Look at him trying to do some nice little momentum. Taking the upper path there, using that lightning shield. And we're done through that. So we have one more section now to clear out, and then we can move over to our final boss. These paths are kind of silly sometimes. It's very easy to get crushed here if you're just not standing, you know, away from the central parts of them. Staying above again, using that lightning shield there. Uh-oh, he's gonna have to reset it. Uh-oh. Well, there you go. You all can be visual learners now, so you can see exactly what happens when you fall into that. Again, not the end of the world, but you know, just a little time loss. As we get ready for our final fight here, again, little cutscene skip here. We can actually do restart. The game has already registered him as being at this fight, so he starts right there. So here we go, our final fight here. So the goal of this fight is to get rid of those tentacle arms here. Once they're all destroyed, you can move on. So having lightning shield protects you from damaging. The first 2 phases, you can get 5 hits per attack. Every 4 hits is going to destroy one, so he's got 3 into the next one. You can get 5 on the first 2 phases and 4 on the subsequent ones. Alright, so unlike in the vanilla game where you could, as long as you destroy the tentacle arm every attack cycle, you could skip this stuff. But in Mania Plus, you have to do this whether you want to or not. So best case scenario is you only see one of these. Of course, the goal is to destroy these things as quick as possible so you can end this phase. So it's got 3 hits left on the one arm and 7 hits in total remaining. You won't have any missiles to deal with on the first phase after the mini attack phase. Just dodge the missiles, and we'll be done in just a few moments here. And there he goes, man. That is time for Rafalmir for Sonic Great Event Ending category. He has a more accurate time of 56:12 there. So again, GG to Rafalmir, showing you the latest Sonic Mania game. Maybe not the Encore mode that we saw, you know, at GDQ, but we have some of our runners here. I see Joy Baby in there. Joy Baby, Zaxxon, and Claris. Hey, that was a race I was hosting during, man. They did a fantastic job with that. If you haven't seen that run as well, man, there's a lot of Mania runners of all kinds of categories, from Sonic only, Sonic and Tails, you know, Ray, Mighty, Charmy. I got my games crossed, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we were talking about chaotics earlier. I think that's where my mind is right now. Yeah, good old Charmy percent. There's a reason to learn chaotics. So GG to Rafalmir. Make sure, if you haven't already, give Rafalmir a follow. Fantastic runner as well. A lot of good Sonic runners, a lot of good Mario runners. You know what? This is pretty good that this credits is playing, because this is the longest doggone credits in the history of Sonic games, probably. All right. So you all, with the conclusion of that, that means we're done with the event. Brosef, $1. Yo, third time viewer, IQ 9000 Kappa. Yeah, I got Trihex beat on that one. A $10 anonymous donation as well. Thank you for that. So that means after, y'all, 16 hours, yeah, over 31 hours, 32 hours of gaming on an event that I thought was only going to be about 10 hours, and I was flooded with submissions that I wish I could have had it for another day, but because of front page limitations, I couldn't. Not going into the work week, you know, people took their time away in the weekend during Super Bowl weekend, which apparently, based on what I've heard, this was a better event to watch than that. But anyway, I must thank you all from the hundreds of people who have supported the event, whether you were a runner. Again, shout out to all of the people who did runs throughout this game. And for the sake of the VOD standpoint, I'm gonna verbally say who they are. Because why the heck not? We got an 8-minute credit sequence here. Supersonic, GTA's, Books to the Man, Peekaboo, Mr. Fun is Fun, Thug G, Yoshimitsu, Raiko, Rarg, Zaxxon, Flying Fox, Peter Alfred Returns, Shinta, Claris.com, GamerCal, Zawataketa, Zelda Cube, Master Kirby, Jasper the Fish, Iceblood, Draco Dan, Dangers, Amber Saprin, Co-Empathy, G-Pro, Fizz Biscuit, Glitchcat 7, Kickass Pancakes, Milani, The Green Viper, Noble Tofu, Sharky 2107, Takade, Shady, Olicad, J Cool, Picante, Melter, Stewie Carmen, Rafalmir, and I really wish I could have gotten late. I think I was too aggressive for the goal, but Laser Belch, I feel so bad. We're gonna have to do all nothing but Kaizo for you. Then we gotta have you, right, Mr. World Record Holder. Laser Belch was supposed to have the bonus game if we hit 10,000. We didn't quite hit it, but I'm gonna make sure you all show him some love, man, because I've been watching him a lot. I've been watching the Kaizo players because I know I can't do it myself. So make sure you all watch him out, okay? If you want to see some Grand Poop World action, yo, please do so. Not to mention, thank you to every single person who's commentated, people who've taken their time out of this weekend, maybe skip work, which you shouldn't do. Don't neglect your kids and your work, all right? To commentate these runs, the people who've run the games out of their spare time to help raise money for charity, the people who've just been here in the stream, who just same here, where you came from front page, if someone in the community was hosting you all, if you saw a tweet or whatever, I appreciate you being here, even if you didn't support, because hey, you being here helps support the cause. You can spread awareness of it, even without even financially supporting it. Remember, that is all going directly to the cause. All $6,507.69. You just had to do it, didn't you? And just to let you all know that combined with the initial event we did last year, which was Nothing But Golf, I want you all to know that in 2 events, we have collectively raised $11,078.69 for Child's Play charity. $11,078.69 from roughly 40 hours of speed runs. Nothing But Golf last year raised $45.71. This year, Nothing But Mario and Sonic has raised $6,507.69, man. So I think that's pretty doggone awesome, man, that you all were so nice. And of course, let me make sure I read this donation that just came in as well. Laser Belch is $100. Says, wanted to donate for every time I died. Let's assume I was going to die a lot. Thanks for the event and the opportunity, Big John. Yeah, thank you so much for that, my friend. And anonymously donated $50.03 to make that 69. You know what? I'm going to blame Marie, because you the one tip 166. You wouldn't have had that issue. God dog it. Put it this way, Laser Belch. At least you didn't do what happened. If you didn't see the Invictus run, yeah, poor Pooh. I almost felt bad for him, but then I realized, man, he got it made. He alright. He can make that bad in 5 minutes. So, he alright. No, man, but Pooh, Spike, everybody who just jumped in, some people at the last minute, some people were doing replacement runs because some people had issues. You know, real life happens, you know, controller malfunctions, real life. So I thank all those people who stepped in at the moment's notice to sub in for a runner. And again, everything that will be happening on this stream, I will put both today and yesterday's videos. I will highlight them all. They will be here on Twitch forever and ever and ever to watch. Just like Nothing But Golf, I will also put it on YouTube. I will do my best to make sure I try to timestamp everybody's run, so it'll be much easier to find versus searching a. Yeah, this will probably have to be split, unless I compress it kind of low. You know, 16-hour video, yeah. Those are kind of videos you just have like a sound loop going on forever, like 16 hours of like Sonic the Hedgehog invincibility or something. All right. Did y'all enjoy the event? Y'all enjoy it? I hope y'all did, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. It's been awesome to do this. And hopefully that we can do, I don't know, we do it once a year. It was around February this time last year. Maybe we'll do it twice a year. I don't know what the focus will be for next year. Our next event. I'm kind of torn right now between, say, nothing but, we got Mega Man. We have, we're talking about Mega Man. We've been talking about Donkey Kong, Zelda, nothing but randomizers, nothing but platformers, maybe expanded outside of just a name, but maybe just options for mini games. Nothing but, we talked about nothing but Kaizo. You know, I'm gonna say Kaizo because you know, typically when you think Kaizo, you immediately think Mario, but there are some Kaizo hacks, Kaizo games that are not Mario. There are some. I mean, shoot, I played Sonic 1 Kaizo, and that messes. Yeah. You know, nothing but brand games. So you know, someone go call sex race. You know, Pringles. I guess Barbie is a brand. I don't know. You know, it's a lot of options here, and I think that kind of fits with the style here. I've had a lot of people say we're gonna do Mario and Sonic again because there's so many Sonic and Mario games out there that we have represented. Yeah, nothing but Metroid. Nothing but Mario. We should have just a set in stone nothing but Mario every year. Maybe the Mario and Sonic community thinks I should like split them apart. Have Mario have his own thing and Sonic has his own thing, man. We talked about nothing but races. So whatever, whenever. Oh my God, Joy Baby. Oh my God, nothing but bad games. So yeah, we talked about nothing but games that got below a 3 rating on GameSpot or IGN. Yeah, nothing but abysmal games. So we can see the worst of the worst. Oh man, we gotta go find what's his name. We gotta go find. We gotta find a couple people on that one. Oh, I know some people love that, man. We could have literally the bad games wheel to life. Beetlejuice, any Superman title. Yeah, there's like about 7 of them from the 64 to the doggone DS. We gotta find all the blues. We gotta find Procentia. Oh, they love that. Nothing but bad. We can have Bad Rats in there. Anything LGN, you know, TNC Surf Country. Oh man, Back to the Future 2 and 3. Oh man, I have a whole wheel for it. So we got plenty of time for that one. But all in due time for that, you all. So again, make sure, again, the schedule is still there on Horaro if you haven't seen it. So if there's a run you missed or you're not sure what you missed, you can type *schedule. Their URLs to their streams are linked here. Again, the most recent vibes from today and yesterday, or should I say yesterday and day before yesterday, will be here. I will highlight the entire VOD so it will not get deleted anytime soon. Eventually I'll pop them on YouTube, nothing but Mario and Sonic, and I'll try my best to kind of make it not so difficult to find the runs you're looking for. And of course, if you like my stream, hey, feel free to drop me a follow. Again, $6,500 going to charity. Tang in with, oh my goodness, I tell you, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just glad we surpassed our goal from last year. That's always a good thing. So who knows what's going to happen next year? I don't know. And maybe halfway through this year. But I'm so glad to have a Child's Play event done, and I'm pretty happy. I'm so happy that people in the community have joined together. Shouts out to Twitch for giving some front page exposure, which brought a lot of new people. Where are my new people here? I know we got some new people that came in from who knows where. Maybe you came from someone's stream who had a run in the event. I don't know, but I tell you what, I'm glad that you all are here, and I guess that's about it, you all. I guess that's all she wrote. So with that being said, you all, I came from my mama too. We might be brothers. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're homo sapiens. Give me a high five. All right. So hey, it's the end of the stream, which means one thing. I'm going to the gym to get swole. Mr. Keebler, I need you to call me. But we're gonna raid somebody. We're gonna get ready and raid somebody, man. We're gonna share this love with another streamer here on Twitch. We're gonna go find someone a speedrunner who does not have a lot of viewers, because I always believe in passing it down. Just the whole thing about this event was to get a lot of people some exposure. People who may not even get a double-digit viewer count, who are fantastic runners at their games, who may not have a chance to show it off everywhere. So hopefully, I pray that everyone that was in this event may get a few people that will now watch them because of it. I really hope so. So at least it's a win-win for the charity, for you. You know, any new viewers are always a welcome viewers, in my opinion. So we're gonna find someone. Let's see here. Who are we gonna get to here? Let's look down here at the bottom of the list. Let's see here. Well, everybody's hopping on that RE2 speedrun train right now. How about this, you all? Let's rate this person right here. They're doing some Mega Man 11. Let me see if I want to make sure they're at least audible. Alright, cool, yo. So they're doing Mega Man 11, 80% runs here. We're gonna see if we can give them a little love here. Alright, you ready? You all ready to raid? You all ready to raid? You all ready to raid? I hope so. So we're gonna raid Mumuakai. Again, just started some runs here. Mega Man 11, 80%, no out of bounds. Mumuakai, go there. The raid message is got protein bread. Go there, spam the chat until you cannot spam no more. Actually, I'm gonna do like I used to. I like never use a raid command. I'm always a hoster. So y'all ready? There's a raid message. Go into that chat and go spam the message. Got protein bread. All right. I will see you all tomorrow. After I recover. We have a normal stream tomorrow. We got some front page action tomorrow as well, tomorrow evening. So go over there, show some love to him. Thank you again so much. I'm gonna go tweet this out, the success of this event, and you all have yourselves a great week. For those that are digging out the snow, please be careful, stay warm, and again, thank you all so much for all of your generosity. Okay. Until then, get out. What you waiting here for? Go on now. It's over. Bye. Bye. See y'all, man. Love you all. Love you all so much.